talk. 1 minute at a time to talk. Tom Hartman, what are you thinking about all this?
It's great.
Jim Bohannon.
I think you're a god.
I already said that. Tom Giordano.
Well, we know Jim Bohannon.
What is your name, sir? You sit over here now.
It's musical chairs.
What's your name?
Oh, Steve Alsberg.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't throw you out. I thought you were someone else.
Oh, very thanks.
That's my fault. So, what do you think about what the heck is going on in the world? You got a minute?
My mom.
What's going on in the world? For instance, okay, if we had a true media in this country, we would be talking about the child abuse going on in the Gaza Strip. There's the Hamas summer camps. Maybe some of you'd like to inquire about your kids. They teach paramilitary, jihad, how to take Jerusalem back with your blood, and how to free the prisoners that Israel's holding. Now, these are little children being indoctrinated with this kind of violence and garbage. In what other society would the world tolerate this from? Is it because it's aimed at Jews? Or is it because the poor Palestinians, this is the only way they know how to take back their land, teach their kids to kill with blood and violence? We ignore it. Shh, don't tell anybody about this, media. Keep it quiet.
Okay, everybody pay attention to everything that's been said. Everybody, Brad Krantz.
The truth is that Malmsberg walked out because he didn't have enough money in his parking meter.
No, the truth is,
that's true.
I never heard a moderator go on and on about
That wasn't a moderator. That was an impartial.
Like
that was an impartial referee.
If you hadn't let me finish what I was going to say, it was balanced by what I was going to say.
If we had 3 hours, that would be great.
And walking out of the room like a jerk.
Oh, well, you know what? They want to be back and you're off, so who's the jerk?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue this civil discussion, Heidi Harris. You don't have anything to say? The hell with you?
I love it. I think it's great. I'm all about free speech.
Then say something free.
Say something free?
Yeah, say it.
I'll say something really
deep. As opposed to going out and
I'll say something really deep. It's always about the land, the women, and the money. All the battles in the world. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. What did you think of what Malmsberg said?
I thought Malmsberg was right. I think the moderator should moderate, and I don't think he was moderating. I think he was speechifying.
He wasn't a moderator. He's the referee.
Okay.
Don't you
Then he should ref.
That's Lars Larson.
Stand on the sidelines and ref. Stand on the sidelines and ref.
Okay. Well, he's learned his lesson. Look at him. He's shaking and he's upset. Welcome to America. Stephanie Miller.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Woman of the Year.
Michael, I think Steve Malmsberg is an attention slut. Slut, that's right. Slut. He is the biggest slut in radio. I'm going to suspend myself now.
I was just saying, you're suspended for the next 2 minutes.
And by the way, Michael Harrison can do whatever he friggin' wants at the Talkers Convention. He sent me a picture of his penis that's twice the size of I don't even have a What is that, Michael? An anaconda?
Actually, that was mine. It was super.
What do you think of all these pieces?
Lincoln's going to dance and sing for us there too, so we'll get the stereotypes all out of the way. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Martha Zoller.
All I can say is my husband and I have been married 21 years, and I can tell you there are no pictures of that like us, like that, because we think we're hot and we want to keep it that way. So that's why you'll never see a picture like that of me.
But what if it slipped onto the internet? What if somehow
Don't say
a
don't.
housekeeper or
That's
someone put it there? What would you do?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would not delete it because there's no such thing as deleting. I would own it proudly, but there isn't one. It would probably be a drawing or something.
Adds whole new meaning to member of Congress, doesn't it?
It does.
Jim, do we spend too much time in the media here talking about the sex lives of politicians and not enough about the issues? How do you really feel, and how do you handle it on your show?
All right. First of all, I should make it clear I would like a new world to go, hold the mayo, but I'm also giving up fluoridated water for Lent.
just so you know. Yeah, we probably do. I think the biggest danger, I tend not to do a whole lot about it. Anthony Weiner came up last night. Oh, don't make anything out of that on my show, but only peripherally. We make too much out of it because we get into a total cynicism mode in which people say, well, they all do this. No, all politicians do not do that, and it just erodes, I think, the public view of people in the public limelight and in positions of power. We make too big a deal of it, but Lord knows there are people out there who like it. So, sure, sometimes you got to talk about it.
Tom Hartman, do you think it serves the public interest for us to expose the sex lives, the lies, and the scandals of public figures?
I think exposing the hypocrisy does. I think as long as David Vitter's in the Senate, Anthony Weiner has a right to stay in the House if his constituents keep re-electing him.
Here, here.
Your
mom taught you that you're wrong.
I disagree.
Go off at length about him, who has apparently, we'll see, but so far has not been accused of actually committing a crime. They should first start out by saying whether or not they have ever committed an affair or downloaded porn or, that kind of thing.
Martha.
I disagree. The Vitter situation was different, and here's why. It had happened 7 years ago. He had already discussed it and disclosed it with his wife. They had already come to terms on it, and he didn't repeat the behavior. Then he was
ordering prostitutes from the floor of the Senate while he was voting.
Wait a minute. I did not interrupt you. Then you've got the situation with Weiner. It's not what he did, unless the 17-year-old girl, begins up being an issue. It's not so much what he did. It's the fact he lied about it for 10 days. It's not so much. I think most people don't care that much about the personal lives of congressmen because he lied about it.
Yeah, I think if he had come out in the beginning and just told the truth, I don't think we'd even be talking about it. It's the lie that got him into trouble.
It opens him up for blackmail. It's beyond the personal life. He says, "Hey, I'm a congressman. Here's my penis." I mean, it wasn't trying to hide who he was. He puts the country at risk. He puts himself at risk. It goes beyond that. And by the way, Bill Clinton did much, much worse than Anthony Weiner ever did. Let's understand that. Those who idolize Bill Clinton to this day, he was accused of rape, he exposed himself, he had affairs, he had sex in the Oval Office on multiple occasions. I mean, come on, Anthony Weiner's a kid compared to Bill Clinton.
No, but what, Malzberg's right. That's the big issue for me, in Nevada. Thank you, Senator Ensign. The thing, it becomes my business when you work for me as a congressman and you can be blackmailed. Right. That's a problem. Right. And how many years was he not saying anything bad about Harry Reid because Harry Reid had something he was holding over his head? That's the problem that I, as a constituent, have. It's not about being self-righteous, throwing any stones. It's, hey, this can affect me and your voting record, and that's a problem.
Okay, let's move on.
I think I just say, are we not all getting sex scandal fatigue after you've got Schwarzenegger and John Edwards?
Where do you think it's going?
I mean, literally, here's the new bar, Michael. Unless someone is impregnating a porn star on top of their dying wife in the hospital, we just don't give a shit.
Sex sells, let's face it. We're a country of sexual freaks, sex sells.
Wait a second. We're a country of sexual freaks?
That's right. And everybody we love this stuff. We love this stuff.
How many people in this room are sexual freaks? Honest. Raise your hands high.
But the rest of them won't admit it. Just like everybody else.
How many of you are liars?